This is the orthographic of our step block. So we've seen this before. We've drawn it in both isometric and oblique. This is the orthographic. Now what's interesting is we get more detail. We want to show the most detail on the front of the block. So if we look at this, if we look at this side, we see two rectangles. If we look at this side, we see two rectangles. If we look at this side, we see a square, and this side we see a square. So our most detail is here or here. So we have to determine which is going to be our best front view. I'm saying this is the bad front view because our right side is a square and shows no detail. So if we flip this over, we're going to call this our front because our top will have two rectangles and our right side will have two rectangles. So let's see how this works. So our front view is just going to be, and again, this doesn't have to be perfect, just get the idea, our L-shaped block. Now, it's true. We see an L here. Our block is an L. We're not going to project up to get our width, remember, very lightly. And this would be something we'd measure on a drawing. For now, we're just sketching. So here's my top view. And my top view is a rectangle. If I look at it, it's a rectangle. But it's actually two rectangles. So the way we get this other rectangle, remember this is orthographic projection. We can project this corner up and get a line. And because this corner is not projected through a line of its own view, it will become an object line because each of these are object lines. So now I have two rectangles. My top view is true. In the last video, we saw that we had to make a 45-degree line. Well, that 45-degree line has to be drawn from this corner, which is the top right corner of our total width, total height of our front view. So I'm going to draw 45 here. And again, these would all be very light. We're going to erase them. Then I'm going to project this over and down. Remember, that's our front. It's the front of the top. We're going to project the back of the top over and down. We're going to project the top of the front over and the bottom of the front over. And I always like to start with the view, or the outline of the view, the total, in this case, depth, total height box of my right side. And then this point right here, because if I look at my right side, remember that's my front, my top, rotate my right side, is two rectangles. I'm going to see the same thing here. I'm going to project that over and make two rectangles. So now I have a front, a top, and a right side. And again, keep in mind that this is orthographic projection. These are all object lines. These are construction lines, very light. We would erase those. I'm not going to take the time to do that in this video. Top and bottom, left and right of the front, front and back, left and right of the top, top and bottom, front and back of the right side. Hope that helps. Rewind as needed. Let me know if you need help.